Wake up, my love. There's something I have to show you.
Tanya? What?
I need you to revisit some places from the past. You must remember, find me near the Duga complex.
Patrolling Pripyat almost makes you wish you were someplace else.
Power plant employees, Firefighters, nurses, doctors, miners, soldiers, and liquidators. Hundreds of thousands of people helped clean up the disaster site.
A monument to those who saved the world.
Maybe they wouldn't need to save it if someone else hadn't fucked it up so badly in their first place.
Tanya, my darling, you never used to be so cynical.
Is that a fact? Or is your memory playing tricks on you? That's the problem with memories. They're unreliable, fleeting. We remember things as we wish them to be, instead of how they actually happened.
What do you want from me, Tanya?
Take a closer look at the monument. Do you see that man on the left? The one holding a dosimeter? There were no dosimeters at the site right after the disaster. The ones that weren't broken were confiscated. These people had no idea what they were facing, and anyone who tried to tell the truth was silenced. State secrets have always been a top priority for our leaders. State secrets and May Day parades. Simple people were just collateral damage, the cost of doing their dirty business.
It was more complicated than that. Besides, progress always comes at a price.
Progress, huh? Come with me, Igor. I'll show you what progress you've always loved so dearly. Remind you of anything?
That's new. The work of dark tourists, I suppose.
But what do you see?
Human silhouettes. Dark shadows burned into the background. Almost like images from Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The residue of human beings in their final moments after the bomb dropped. They were disintegrated, instantly reduced to ashes at 5,000 degrees Celsius. The nuclear fission of uranium-235 and plutonium-239 created explosions so powerful they bleached everything near the blast. But why are you showing me this? I've never worked on nuclear weapons. All I wanted was to provide cheap, unlimited power for my fellow citizens, not to build fucking bombs.
Are you sure of that? What do you remember about the RBMK-1000 reactor?
It was unreliable, flawed, used to malfunction all the time.
And why did the party bosses insist on using this flawed design? Remember, Igor. You've got to remember.
Because it could be easily adopted to wartime production.
Atoms for peace could become atoms of destruction in an instant.
That was never the plan. Do you understand?
I have to show you something else. Follow me. The Russian woodpecker, steel yard, Moscow eye, a beast with many names.
Duga 1, over the horizon radar. It was supposed to warn us about incoming nuclear missiles from the west. Impressive in size and very power-hungry. The array needed its own power plant to supply electricity. But at the end of the day, it's just a radar.
It's a tool of war. Yet another step towards a never-ending arms race. So that's progress for you, Igor? And you've been a part of that, even if unwittingly.
What are you talking about?
Was that even all of it? What about the secret transmissions, mind control, KGB experiments?
Why don't you tell me, since you seem to know so much about it?
I wish I could, but I can't.
You brought me here, and...
Don't sulk, Igor. Use your brain.
Unless I'm going crazy, and you're nothing but a voice in my head. Tanya? Tanya?
The fuck you want?
Can I talk to you for a moment, Igor?
How you doing, Olga? Everything all right?
You keep mentioning this girl, Tatiana. Despite NAR, the lurkers, ChernobyLite, and everything else happening in the zone, you somehow managed to stay laser-focused on her.
Tatiana is the reason I'm here.
I admire your dedication, but at the same time, it worries me.
Why?
There's a lot at stake here. We think we have an idea what NAR is up to, but what if we've only scratched the surface? What if their plans go beyond the zone, to encompass the whole world?
That sounds just a bit far-fetched.
Doesn't mean I'm wrong. What if the only way to stop them is razing everything to the ground and killing everyone? I mean, everyone.
That's not going to happen. I'll find a way.
I hope you do, Igor. I really hope so.
What's the matter, Mousy?
How's the shooting practice going, Igor?
Quite well, actually, thanks to your pointers. You're a great marksman, Olivier. Did you learn all that when you were with the Canadian Special Forces?
JTF-2? No, of course not. You have to be a hotshot already when you apply. I learned to shoot even before I joined the regular military. My father often took me hunting in the woods.
So your father taught you how to shoot?
The old man taught me many things. How to be a total asshole, for example. I remember the time I told him I'd been passed up for promotion. The worst part was, he wasn't even angry. He said it was exactly what he'd expected to happen. We were out looking for a duck blind, and he marched right in front of the barrel of my shotgun. He was an experienced hunter. He knew not to do that. He paused right there in front of me, looked at the gun, then at me, and he smiled, maliciously. That old bastard wanted to provoke me. God help me. I almost pulled the trigger.
But you didn't. You're your own man, Olivier. You can't let your father's opinions define you.
You're probably right, but it's still hard, even after all these years.
How are things, Professor?